Hello, everyone. We're going to continue our discussion, and then in this video, we're going to complete the homework one. Okay, and now let's open the Excel that we have saved from the last demonstration. Okay, here it is. Okay. Until now, we have merged the dividend data with the close price data, and we have calculated the return, right? And in the when we merge the data, we use two steps. First one, we use the VLOOKUP function, okay, to merge the data. And then we use the if not available function to convert this sign not available to 0, and then we calculate the return. Actually, we can combine these two steps into one step. Okay. How can we do that? We can put these two functions together. Okay, or we can combine this. We can embed one function into the other function. Okay, let me show you how to do this. Okay, first of all, I'm going to use the if not available function. Okay, and then I'm going to use the V lookup function. Right? In the lookup function, lookup value is this one. Lookup value is this one. Okay, and then set up the range, the searching range. Okay, the searching range is here, right? It's here. Okay, and then we are going to take the data on column 4 in the range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, column 4 in the range. Okay, and then false. So this is our lookup function. And of course, don't forget, log the searching range. Okay, so highlight it and then use F4 function 4. Okay. I didn't do. Okay, use function 4. Yes, log this searching range. Okay. And now, if it is not available, then we return 0. Right? Then close this function. Okay. Now click enter. Now you see. Okay. Here it is. For this row, because this one is not available, so it returns 0. Right? And then I'm going to copy this function to the other rows down to the end in this column. Okay. So it is the same thing, right? So we put, by doing this, we can check, and we can find in this one step function, or in these combined functions, we exactly repeat what we have done with 2 steps, right? And then you can you can calculate the return. Okay, calculate the return. Yeah, just as I said, yeah, here I'm going to show you as many details as possible. So yeah, to be to make my layout simple, precise. So I don't keep this column here. Okay. All right. Now we have the daily return. In our homework, what is the requirement? Yeah, calculate the daily return from June 25th, 2025 to January 31st, 2026. So that means we're going to use the data. We're going to use the data from okay, June 25th, right? June 25th. Here it is. Yeah. So I'm going to highlight this return from June 25th to okay. To January 30th. Yeah, 31st doesn't have data. Yeah, because on January 31st, market is closed. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this area. All right. Okay. Here, I'm going to froze the panel. View. Froze the panel. Okay. Yeah. Because we don't need this data, so I'm going to hide this data. All right. Okay. I'm going to hide this area because I don't need them in this homework. So hide. Okay. So now, yeah, we're going to calculate. Now let's go to the homework. Calculate the daily return. Okay. And then calculate the daily arithmetic average and the daily geometric average over this period. Okay. Now that means from June 25th to that is from row 1126 to January 30th. Yeah, that is 1277. Okay. I'm going to write this number down. From 11 1277. Yeah, the last row is 1277. the first row is 1126. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to calculate. First of all, I'm going to calculate yeah. Here. All right. I'm going to calculate the arithmetic return. For following the formula, first of all, we have to calculate the sum, right? The sum of daily return from June 25th, 2025 to January 30th, 2026. Okay, so sum from this row, okay, from E1126, E1126 to where? To E1277, all right, E1277. Okay, so that is the sum. That is the sum. Okay, and if before we move, we want to check whether our inputs, our arguments are right or not. Okay, I can hit the function 2 to see. Okay. See. It is right. Okay. So function C. From 12 from E1126 to E1277. And after this, then divided by the number of observation, right? The number of observation is 1277 minus 1125, right? 1125. Then we get that is arithmetic average daily return. Okay, this is in decimal. Yeah, this is in decimal. Okay, in percentage, that is 0.09. Yeah, 0.01%. Okay. Then I'm going to make a note that is arithmetic average daily. Oh, come on. Arithmetic average daily. Okay. If of course, we can use average function. That means we put two steps into one step. Okay. Now, if we use the average function, then I use this function. Right? Average here. It is an average function. The average function. What is the arguments? Arguments is from E1126 to E1277. This number should be the same. All right. Yeah, they are the same number. Right? They are the same number. Okay. That is arithmetic average. Now, yeah, we're going to calculate. We're going to calculate the geometric average. First of all, we follow the formula. In order to calculate the geometric average, first of all, we have to calculate 1 plus R for each day, right? For each day. So in this column, I'm going to calculate 1 plus R. So first of all, yeah, we are going to apply the function to the first row. So here, yeah, in this cell, I calculate 1 plus R for the return on June 25th, 2025. So that is 1 plus this one, right? Okay. And then I'm going to copy this function to the other rows. Okay, here I double click this black cross sign or icon, double click it. Then Excel will do this for us. Yeah, for all rows to the last row, All right. Okay, and after this, then we can calculate. Product. Yeah, 1 plus R times 1 plus R1 times 1 plus R2 times 1 plus R3 until the last 1 plus R, right? So yeah, I'm going to name this column as product. Product 1 plus R. Or just 1 plus R raised to the power. Okay. Yeah, just use this. Just use this to represent the product. Okay. It is okay. I think it is okay. But anyway. So for the first row, yeah, it is 1 plus R. And then for the second row, that should be 1 plus R in the period 1 times 1 plus R in the period 2 is here, right? Okay. And then I'm going to copy this function in this column. Okay. So that is 1 plus R. Yeah, we can random. Yeah, we can check the correction in randomly. For example, for this one. Now let's check the function. Okay, and we can click function two. Now we can see, right? The value in this function is G1138 is here, right? Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, it's blue one, times F1139. Yeah, is the red one. Okay, so that means it is right. Okay, and then we can check the last one. We don't. Yeah, what we need is here, right? For this number, actually we don't need this number. Okay, for simplicity, I'm going to hide. Yeah, I'm going to hide these rows. Okay, now, yeah, what we need is this number. Right? Yeah, is this number. Okay. This number is G1276 is here, right? Times F1277 is here. All right. Okay, and then after so the value in this cell, okay, that is yeah, the value is there. That is G1277. Okay, G1277. Okay, now I'm going to calculate the geometric average. Okay. So follow the formula. That should be G1277. 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 Then that is the product, right? 1 plus R1 times 1 plus R2 times 1 plus R3, and on until 1 plus Rn, 1 plus R in the last day. Okay, after we get this, we're going to take a root. Okay, what is the root? What is the root? The root is the number of days. Is the number of days over this period. So that should be okay. We're going to take a root. The power we're going to take the root, and in this case, yeah, because we're going to take then or yeah, in the other words, okay, we're going to raise this number to a power. The value of the power is 1 divided by the number of days over the period. The number of days is 1277 minus 1125. 11 minus 1125. So, okay, now, the power, yeah, the number of days, yeah, in this holding period is 1277 minus 1125, right? 1125. Okay. And then 1 over this number, that is the power. And that is the power. Okay. And after we take this root, then we minus 1. So that should be geometric average. Okay. Of course, yeah, we can use the function. We can use the Excel function. If we use the Excel function, we are going to use GEO function, GeoMean function. If we use GeoMean function, then that should be this column, right? If because we have already calculated 1 plus R, so that should be F from E1126 to E1277. That is GeoMean. Okay, then minus 1. Oh, come on. E1126. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that is not E. It should be, sorry, it should be this column, F column, right? We can use E column. Yeah, later on, I'm going to show you how to use E column. Okay. Yeah. Should be F column. Okay. Then we can get the same results, right? Yeah. If what is the GeoMean function? I think yeah, you can if you don't know this, you can search on the website. Okay, this function exactly realize what we want. Okay, and of course, just now I said that we can use E column. If we use E column, the same thing. Yeah, we can use the GeoMean. In this case, yeah, we have to calculate 1 plus R, right? 1 plus R. So now Yeah, we are going to calculate 1 plus R from E1126 to E1277. Okay, now minus 1. So we can get the same one. Okay, now yeah, I'm going to round this number to 6 decimal places. Okay, that is the same thing, right? That is the same thing. Okay, now what is the next one? Next one is question 4. Calculate the cumulative return over the period from June 25th, 2025 to January 31st, 2026. Okay. Using the number of calendar days to measure the length of the holding period. Okay. Now let's look at the cumulative return. Okay. Actually, cumulative return. If you remember the formula, this number minus 1 is cumulative return, right? This number minus 1 is the cumulative return. Okay. So this number is in the cell G1277. So yeah, I'm going to go back. So calculate the cumulative return. That should be G1277 minus 1. Minus 1. Okay. So that is cumulative return. Cumulative. Okay, some students, yeah, calculate the cumulative return in this way. They use the ending price divided by the beginning price. So in this case, yeah, I have to unhide. Unhide. That means, okay. So they use ending price. Ending price is here, right? It's here. Is here. Okay, that is B1277. So I'm going to calculate here. Yeah. So B1277 minus beginning price minus price here. Okay, minus price here. This one. That is B1125. Okay. The close price in the day before June 25th. This one. Then divided by, going to put this in the parentheses. And then divided by the beginning price. Oh, sorry. Okay, divided by beginning price. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. We're here. Now in this cell, that is B1277. That is ending price, right? That is the price on January 30th minus B1125 is here. Okay, it's here. That is the price on June 24th. Then divided by the beginning price. That is the close price on June 24th. This one. Come on. Divided by beginning price. Okay. Now we can see, I cannot say, yeah, this number is wrong. However, or definitely, I can say this number is wrong. Why? Because it doesn't include the dividends. It ignores the time value of dividends. Okay, yeah, we can reinvest the dividend, and then dividend can earn can earn the return or can earn the return. So if you use this method, it is not correct, or at least it is not accurate. Yeah, because it doesn't consider the value or the time value of dividend of dividends. Okay. So now, after we get the cumulative return, now we're going to calculate the annualized return. We're going to calculate annualized return. Annualized return actually we're going to use this number. This number, right? This is the product 1 plus R1 times 1 plus R2 times 1 plus R3 and on until 1 plus the last day's return, right? So we have to use this one. We have to use this. We have to use this one. We have to come on. This one, I'm going to take a root, or I'm going to raise this this product to the power of 1 over sorry, not to the I'm going to raise this number to the power of the number of days in 1 year. That is 365, right? 3 over the number of days in 1 year over the number of days in the holding period, right? The calendar days in the holding period. So anyway, okay, so the power should be 365 divided by the number of calendar days. Now let's look at the ending day. Ending day is here, right? That is A1277. Okay. Then what is the beginning? Yeah, minus the day before beginning day. That should be this one, right? So minus the A1125. Okay, 1125. Then we can get the number of days of the holding period, right? Okay, now. Okay, and then I close the parentheses, the minus one. Okay, so now let's look at this function. G is the base, and that is the product of 1 plus R of all days in the holding period. Okay, and then yeah, we're going to raise this base to the power. What is the power? Power is number of days in 1 year, 365, divided by the number of days in the holding period. Then that is yeah. How can we get this number? How can we get the number of days in the holding period? A1277. That is the day. That is the last day, right? The last day minus A1125. That is the date before the beginning day, before the first day. Okay, so then the difference is the number of days in the holding period. Okay, then minus one. That is the annualized return, or effective annual return. Okay, effective EAR, right? Effective annual return, or annualized return. Annualized return. Okay, so that now let's look at what else should we do? Okay, calculate the cumulative return and then annualized return. Okay, I think I have done what are required. Okay, so that is the demonstration of homework 1.